Hey everybody, it's Kerry with the week ahead look for April 12th through the 18th. As you can see, I'm not at home. I'm going to say hi with my eyes. Hi, it's just too bright. I'm going to do sunglasses today. I'm on a visit with my family in Arizona. I don't really ever come here. So this is a new environment, cool birds. I got a pool in front of me. My foot is literally in a pool. I appreciate everybody reaching out last week when it was obvious that I had a big loss, which I did. We're getting through it, my husband and I, and life is tough. So thank you so much for thinking of me, sending prayers. It's all very kind. So week ahead this week. Last week's words were calm before the storm. I feel like this week coming up and even the week after that, we have a lot coming onto our plate. It's not that it's been boring lately. It's been really intense and dynamic for a lot of people individually and on the collective level. So I feel like this week and the next week after that have a lot coming at us. So you can see this is Sunday, April 12th. I'm looking at for the chart. We have, just to review, we have Mercury has just moved into Pisces. We have Venus sitting in Aries. We have Jupiter still in Gemini, direct motion. The week starts out with Rahu and K2 in direct motion. Via the mean node, we're already K2 in Magha. Still not there yet for the true node calculation. The moon is waning. We have a new moon later this week in the very early degrees of Aries. I would say the big energy I'm feeling is the stuff going on in Pisces with Mercury's just got there. It moves fast. It's going to be catching up with Mars as it catches up with Saturn. This is April 19th, 20th, and 21st where that whole conjunction happens. So not quite this week, but I can already feel that momentum and the pressure that's going to cause. So we're going to have the moon starting out in Capricorn this week on Sunday, and by the end of the week on Saturday, we've got the moon over there in Aries. So it's going through the sector of the zodiac where Rahu is and where the Mercury-Mars-Saturn conjunction also is. And the moon is waning. The moon represents our mind and our life force and our vitality. So with all of that said, a lot could be going on around you this week that feels completely out of your control. In addition, check out my April forecast and or check out my video about Kala Sarpa Yoga and Kala Amrita Yoga. I'll put the links up here for you guys. This will be the first week out of several sessions we're going to have of the moon getting on the side of the nodal axis with all of the other planets, which causes a feeling of fate almost. We're dealing with things that we don't have so much control over. So here we go. Let's see, what else? I'm just going to go through the days. I mean, honestly, my family's all waiting for me. I don't really have that much time, but I'm doing this anyway. So I'm just going to start going through the days. All right, I'm getting my notes ready. All right, so Sunday, the 12th. We're starting out the day with the moon in Capricorn, specifically Dhanishta Nakshatra. The words for Sunday, the 12th, are rhythmic productivity. This feels like a day to get things done. If you haven't gotten your taxes done and you live in the U.S., like Sunday would be a good day to deal with that. Dhanishta has a lot of power and rhythm to it with the moon, and we're dealing with a waning moon. So while you may have a lot of ideas about what you want to get going or what you need to do or have to do, you may not have the time, energy, or space to start major new things. Wait for the end of the week for that, after we get past the new moon. So the first few days of this week, it's more feeling like a winding down type of energy. All right, Monday. This is the 13th of April. The moon it crosses over during Sunday up into Aquarius. Danisha spans between Capricorn and Aquarius. On Monday, the moon will actually move past Rahu. You can see that Rahu and Ketu are direct here at the beginning of the week. This is Shatabishak Nakshatra. What else? Jupiter. Jupiter gets to aspect the moon on this day as well. So while it's going past Rahu, you also at least have the good Jupiter energy. Somebody made a comment about how Jupiter aspecting Rahu has been good. Yes, I agree with you. I haven't really mentioned that, but it's perhaps kept worse things from happening. But as Jupiter has gone direct and Rahu continues to go retrograde through Aquarius, the aspect is loosening up from Jupiter to Rahu. So maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. It depends on your goal, I think, at the moment. Anyway, it's just something to notice. But Jupiter will be aspecting the moon on Monday, which is the 13th. The words for today are healing service. Shatabishak has a lot to do with the healing energy and finding alternative medicines and finding whatever it is that creates healing. This is a day where I would say less is more. Don't try to cram too much in on Monday. Waning moon, for the most part, is what I'm thinking about. Ekadashi is the tithi for the day, too, so usually a day for fasting. So clean it out, heal, take care of yourself Monday. Maybe don't try to do all that much more than that. All right, so let's move on to Tuesday. This is the 14th of April. Tuesday is the moon in Purva Bhadra. Purva Bhadra spans between Aquarius and Pisces, so the moon will move out of Aquarius into Pisces, turning on that full version of Kala Amrita Yoga. This is Tuesday. So the sun also moves. You'll see that the sun is at 0 degrees 21 in this particular chart. Here's the thing, when we're talking about days, in the Vedic view of things, a day starts at sunrise and ends by the next sunrise. In the Western calendar, we have midnight period. Midnight changes the date. So there's always a little bit of discombobulation when I'm talking about days, but, just no. So technically, the end of the 13th and into the 14th, the sun is moving into Aries. So that's changing the dynamic of things a lot bit. The sun is exalted in Aries. It's a very strong sun, and that's leaving Pisces to, at least on Tuesday, the moon, Mercury, Mars, and Saturn. So really Pisces is on my mind big time in the next couple weeks with that applying conjunction of Mercury, Mars, and Saturn. So on Tuesday, we've got the sun has gone to Aries, the moon's going into Pisces, and turning on the Kala Amrita Yoga. Ethereal introspection is the words for Tuesday. This is about cleaning, detaching, and just trying to keep your focus when things seem to be dissolving around you. All right, Wednesday. Wednesday's the 15th of April. The moon will be getting into Uttara Bhadra on that day, which is also where the scene of that big conjunction I keep talking about is. Uttara Bhadra is associated with very deep foundational things, and which is ironic because there's a sense of like stability in Uttara Bhadra, but also the moving feeling of Pisces. So we're going to have the moon, Mercury, Mars, and Saturn in Uttara Bhadra on Wednesday. The words for Wednesday are disciplined finish. The moon is still waning. We're not yet at a new moon. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So, for first step, last step. Every journey has a first step and a last step. Pay attention to the last step. That's all I'm saying. Don't race to the finish line of anything this week. Stay deliberate, stay controlled, stay focused. Okay, Thursday, the 16th. The words for today are cleansing, liberation. Cleansing, liberation. This is Revati Nakshatra, and we're on the very last part of the lunar cycle here. The moon is waning all the way down. Cleansing, liberation. So let things finish, let things exhaust. This is Wednesday and Thursday, it feels like to me. Wednesday and Thursday are the ending times for this week. So Wednesday, disciplined finish. Thursday, cleansing, liberation. So focus on those last steps and then recycle and renew. This is the end of the waning moon. Okay. Friday is the 17th. You can see this is the new moon chart here. So whenever the sun and moon are conjoined, exactly, that's the moment of the new moon. This is sunrise-ish in Colorado. I'm not in Colorado right now, but anyway, this is the moment of the new moon. So early on April 17th, the moon gets into the line with the sun in Ashwini Nakshatra. Ashwini's, it's funny, the Airbnb where I'm staying has horses all over the place. Like above my bed, there's these two horses. It's kind of cool. That reminds me of Ashwini Nakshatra, the twin horsemen. So a lot of healing energy comes into Ashwini. And so this is initiate and engage. There's a fiery initiatory energy to Ashwini and the very beginning of the sign of Aries. You can see Venus is also still in Aries, almost going. We'll talk about Venus moving next week. So initiate and engage. Act with confidence and speed on Friday. Harness the energy and start gaining momentum again. It could feel like we stall out at the beginning of the week. So Friday it could start feeling like things are beginning to move again. Get back on your horse. Get back on that horse and get in the saddle. Friday, okay, Saturday the 18th. Bharani Nakshatra, you can see moon is going to be coming up to Venus on Saturday the 18th. Words for the day are fire up. So again, we're building that energy, harnessing power. This is a good day for doing fiery things. Maybe make that new recipe you've been wanting to try with your something else. You've researched, you're trying something new. Make an experiment with something on Saturday. So that's what I've got for you this week. I hope these are helpful. I always appreciate your feedback, your comments, telling me what I missed because I do miss things. But I appreciate it all. I really do. And let me know what's working for you or not. Is this boring? Do you want other things? Like, tell me. I can pivot as well. I mean, we got a new moon coming, so maybe next week will be totally different. But next week we're going to be looking. That's the starting on the 19th. That's the day of Mars and Saturn joining, and then Mercury. It's like they're all smashing up at the beginning of next week. So that'll be an interesting forecast for next week. I hope this was helpful. Thanks again for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be peaceful and make the best of everything. All right. Take care. See you next time.